Oh, right, yeah. This one, well, this shows as well how much I don't keep news on my phone because this happened last week, I think. Um, Russell Brand's actually been charged and not like civil case charged, criminally charged, um, yeah, for rape and sexual assault. Yes. But here's the thing: it's four women. It said. Now here's the thing: Russell was like renowned. That's what he was known for, was being with women, and women was throwing themselves at him. This is the thing I think is that, not saying he didn't do it because you don't know. I weren't there, but if he was of that ilk, surely there would have been a lot more than four that come forward, because Russell Brand has slept with thousands of women, thousands of women. I'm surprised it's only four if he's found guilty. But then maybe there's a case that some women just haven't come out against him. Um, yeah, we carefully reviewed the evidence after a police investigation into allegations made following the broadcast of a Channel 4 Sunday Times and Times investigation in September 2023. We have concluded that Russell Brand should be charged with offences including rape, sexual assault, and indecent assault. These relate to reported non-recent offences between 1999 and 2005. Yeah, involving four women. He will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court for the first hearing on Friday, the 2nd of May. The Crown Prosecution Service reminds everyone that criminal proceedings are active and the defendant has the right. Yeah, that's true. True that. It is extremely important that there are no reporting, commentary, or sharing of information online which could in any way prejudice these proceedings. That's impossible, though. How are you not going to do that? I do like looking, like we're doing, looking at the Lucy Letby stuff and that, but it's not really like I. Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether someone's innocent. It's not like. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. But there's no way you can say that Russell, like that people aren't going to write about it and aren't. It's like, even as the Lucy Letby thing, how can a jury not be persuaded when it was such a big, unless you took them and put them under lock and key in a hotel room that they had no access to the outside world. But yeah, Russell Brand from Oxford. What? He ain't from Oxfordshire. He's from Essex. Is that Oxfordshire? Nah. That makes him sound like he's posh. He's from Essex. Um, he's a chief crown prosecutor. Yeah, Jaswan Narwhal. She. You put the pronouns in, really. Victims of sexual offences are automatically entitled to lifelong anonymity in the press or any other actions. This means that it's against the law anyone else to publish victims' names or anything which identifies them as having been the victim of sexual offence. This includes sharing names on social media. Mm. But then what about if he is found innocent? Then surely you should, by right, he's been named. He's been named and shamed already. It's not like that this is happening in quiet behind closed doors. Everyone knows about this. It is not the function of the CPS to decide whether a person is guilty of a criminal offence, but to make fair, independent and objective assessment about whether it is appropriate to present charges for the criminal court to consider. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is why I picked this one, because this one just literally is what they've kind of said about charging. And that's the other thing, is you don't know what's going to happen yet. and you can't watch. Like, you're not allowed to even photograph in UK courts. It's not like America where it'd be on telly. Do you know what I mean? Or like streamed or whatever. But yeah, this is not a good one for me because I actually like Russell. Well, to be honest, saying that, Russell Brand I always thought was funny, but as I always say on the channel as well, I'm not a political person, and he went balls deep into the political realm, and yeah, that's not really my thing. And he like, I think Noel Gallagher summed him up best. He's like, he's a comedian that ain't said anything funny in the last 10 years, and it's true. He just talks about politics and religion, and yeah, it's boring. But yeah, always thought Russell Brand was funny. I know a lot of men don't like him. Even John Wedger went in on him, and men don't like him. And I think men, I'm not saying all men, but I think a lot of men don't like him because of how successful he was with women. That's what I mean. Women was throwing themselves at him. That doesn't mean that as well that he wouldn't R them just because they're throwing themselves, because that's not the objective of a artist. Um, for the enjoyment of it, it's not. That's not the motivation. Um, yeah, but that's what I mean. I'd imagine, but then I do like think looking at the timing of it, because I do know I listen to Russell Brand's radio show a lot, all of the episodes. That's actually the best thing he ever done was his radio show. But yeah, the timing of it, 1999 to 2005, I think it might have been when he was like coming off of drugs. Maybe he couldn't argue. I don't know, because it's documented when he went to rehab and all that. I'm not sure when that actually was, but yeah, that might go against him too, because maybe it was the coming off of drugs and being in a dark mental space. Maybe, yeah, maybe it was just a thing, a moment, rather than a like actual thing of who he is. Maybe, I don't know. But it's hard for me to think that he's been around so many women and only that many come out. That's unusual. Like, you'd think it'd be a lot more. But then saying that, it maybe there are more, and maybe they just are. Maybe if he's convicted with that, you might get more women coming out and saying things. Maybe some women have been paid to keep quiet. But yeah, I have to say, of all the kind of outings, this is the one that I like the least. I hope Russell's found innocent, because I like Russell. But then saying that, I haven't watched. Like I say, I thought he was funny, but he's not funny anymore. He's like a serious, or trying to be serious, like, I don't know, political pundit, I guess. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like I say, it's like, it's hard to tell, really. No one, we weren't there. Um, and he's got the right to a fair trial, like they said. Everyone has that right, no matter what you're accused of. You have the right to be the assumption of innocence. So, but yeah, that's the thing. If he gets found guilty, he's gonna do serious. Like, he's gonna do time for that. Like, they're talking 10 years off one charge, and no, one's a life sentence, and the others is 10 years. But yeah, we'll see. But that's the video. Sweet.